The age-old dilemma, to leap or not to leap. Look before you leap, whispers caution. He who hesitates is lost, counters impulsivity. A timeless tug-of-war, these proverbs embody the eternal struggle of decision-making. Each side boasts wisdom, yet pitfalls abound. Overthinking leads to paralysis, recklessness breeds disaster. But what happens when both approaches backfire consistently in the hands of one hilarious individual? Meet George, a man whose life is a symphony of comedic miscalculations, blessed with the extraordinary ability to turn both careful deliberation and impulsive action into utter chaos. George is a walking testament to the unpredictable nature of life.
I'm the guy who could trip over a flat surface and somehow manage to get stuck in a revolving door.
His attempts at caution are often thwarted by his uncanny knack for missing the obvious, while his impulsive decisions leave a trail of hilarious disasters in their wake. Picture this, a crowded mall parking lot, cars circling like hungry sharks. A rare empty spot appears.
What if there's a closer one?
He ponders, driving on. He circles for what feels like an eternity, only to find himself back at the same empty spot, now occupied.
He who hesitates.
George mutters under his breath, defeated by his own prudence. The irony? He ended up parking a mile away, late for his shopping spree. Some days, it seems, fortune favors the bold. Now, let's talk about George and the infamous curry incident. Scanning a menu with more peppers than words, George, in a fit of daring, pointed to the most intimidating dish.
I'll have that one,
he declared, ignoring the waiter's concerned glances. What followed was a culinary inferno. Tears streamed down his face, his tongue felt like a furnace, and his stomach protested with alarming vigor.
Next time I'm ordering the salad.
Clearly, sometimes discretion is the better part of valor, especially when facing fiery vindaloo. The dating debacle, George's love life hangs in the balance. Love, our love, it's a battlefield, a roller coaster, and for George, it's a series of unfortunate events. Even here, George's dual nature wreaks havoc. On one hand, he's charming and witty. On the other, he's riddled with self-doubt and anxiety.
He spots a woman across the coffee shop, her eyes sparkling with curiosity. His heart races, and witty banter bubbles within him. But doubt creeps in. What if she finds him boring? What if she laughs at him? The questions swirl in his mind, paralyzing him with fear. What if she says no? He frets, retreating behind his newspaper. Opportunity, sadly, doesn't linger. The moment passes, and the woman leaves, unaware of the potential connection that could have been.
Another day, emboldened by a double espresso, George decides to take a chance. The caffeine surges through his veins, giving him a newfound confidence. George approaches a woman at the bookstore, his mind racing with conversation starters. Confusing her with someone else, he launches into a detailed analysis of her latest novel, his words tumbling out in a rush. Her confused stare was his only reply. She had no idea what he was talking about, and George's face flushed with embarrassment. Thus, George navigates the treacherous waters of romance, each encounter a mix of hope and humiliation. He dreams of a perfect connection, but often finds himself tangled in awkward moments. A cautionary tale of missed connections and cringeworthy blunders, George's love life is a testament to the trials and tribulations of finding love in a world full of uncertainties. Yet he remains hopeful, believing that one day his efforts will lead him to the love he seeks. The perils of procrastination, George's cautionary tale. Deadlines, those menacing creatures, send shivers down George's spine.
Plenty of time, he assures himself, pushing tasks aside with masterful procrastination.
Fast forward to the eve of the deadline, and George is a whirlwind of frantic activity. His masterpiece of a presentation, cobbled together at the 11th hour, is a hilarious mess of typos, clip art mishaps, and nonsensical conclusions.
Next time, he vows, staring at the clock with bleary eyes, I'll start earlier. Ah, procrastination. The thief of time and source of endless amusement.
The impulsive shopping spree. George's credit card cries for mercy. George, like many of us, finds himself caught in the whirlwind of modern consumerism. His credit card, once a tool of convenience, now feels like a ball and chain. Online shopping is a dangerous game, especially for the impulsively challenged. The ease of a few clicks can lead to a cascade of purchases, each one seemingly justified in the moment. George's late-night browsing sessions often turn into shopping sprees, fueled by the thrill of the hunt for the best deals.
Enticed by flashing banners and promises of limited-time offers, George transforms into a digital shopaholic. The excitement of snagging a bargain is too much to resist. He finds himself adding items to his cart with reckless abandon, each purchase bringing a fleeting sense of joy. He doesn't need a singing bass, but hey, it's 70% off. The novelty of quirky items and the allure of discounts make it hard for George to say no. His home starts to fill with things he never knew he wanted, let alone needed.
Weeks later, a mountain of packages engulfs his apartment, his credit card bill resembling a phone number from a distant galaxy. The thrill of the purchase is replaced by the reality of the bill. George starts to feel the weight of his impulsive decisions.
Maybe I should have slept on it, he sighs, surrounded by inflatable pool toys in December. The absurdity of his purchases becomes clear in the cold light of day. George realizes that many of his buys were driven by momentary whims rather than actual needs. The allure of instant gratification, it seems, is a powerful force, often leaving a trail of buyer's remorse and bewilderment in its wake. George's story is a cautionary tale about the dangers of impulsive shopping. It's a reminder to all of us to think twice before clicking "Buy Now" and to consider the long-term impact of our spending habits.
The roller coaster ride of decision-making, George's ups and downs. Life, much like George's decision-making process, is a roller coaster. There are exhilarating highs of impulsive triumphs, moments where throwing caution to the wind pays off spectacularly.
But these are often followed by the gut-wrenching plunges of "what was I thinking?" regret.
And then there are the times when careful planning and calculated risks lead to success, leaving George feeling like a strategic genius. Of course, these moments are punctuated by the frustrating lows of missed opportunities, the shoulda, woulda, couldas that haunt his overthinking mind. Lessons learned. Embracing the chaos of choice. Through it all, George's misadventures teach us a valuable lesson. Life is messy, unpredictable, and rarely goes according to plan. From slipping on a banana peel to making a mess in the kitchen, these moments of chaos are what make life interesting and memorable. Whether we err on the side of caution, meticulously planning every step and reading every instruction, or embrace our inner daredevil, taking risks and diving headfirst into new experiences, mistakes are inevitable. Climbing a tree nervously or trying an adventurous sport like bungee jumping, these actions push us out of our comfort zones. It's how we learn, adapt, and find humor in the absurdity of it all. Laughing with friends, smiling and shrugging off a mistake, these are the moments that build resilience and character.
So, the next time you find yourself paralyzed by indecision, standing at a crossroads or staring at a long menu in a cafe, unsure of what to choose, or about to leap before you look, making an impulsive decision like jumping into a pool fully clothed or buying something funny on a whim, remember George? Embrace the chaos, laugh at the mishaps, and cherish the spontaneity. These moments, though seemingly disastrous, often become the stories we tell and retell with fondness. And remember, even the most disastrous decisions can make for a great story later. Sharing these stories around a campfire, laughing with friends, these are the experiences that enrich our lives and create lasting bonds. So, don't fear the chaos. Embrace it, and let it lead you to unexpected joys and unforgettable memories.
The importance of finding your own balance. A humorous perspective. Perhaps the true wisdom lies not in rigidly adhering to one proverb or the other, but in finding the delicate balance between caution and impulsivity. Easier said than done, you say? Absolutely.
Just ask George, who's probably currently stuck in a tree after trying to retrieve a kite using a fishing rod. But hey, at least he's trying, right? And in the grand scheme of things, isn't that what really matters?
Conclusion. George's legacy of laughter. So, as we bid adieu to George and his hilarious misadventures, let us remember this. Life is too short to be taken too seriously. Embrace your inner George, embrace the chaos, and never underestimate the power of a good laugh. After all, it's not about always making the right choices, but about learning from the wrong ones and finding the humor in our own human fallibility.
And who knows, maybe, just maybe, we can all learn to laugh at ourselves along the way.